Budmo, as you might be aware by now, is the online expert in terms of spare parts. If you want a spare part for your vehicle, they have it in their list. They have the most extensive spare parts catalog, right from the most affordable small car to the top of the line luxury car, you name the car, and they have the spare parts for it. And the best point is that they have the spare parts from a host of different component makers and different price segments for the same spare part. So if you want to buy a cheaper part from a different maker or a more expensive part from a different component maker, they have the option for you. Well, so here I am driving the Skoda Kushaq today, and Kushaq basically means the king or the emperor and the best in the segment basically, and Skoda is hoping that this car will rule the mid-size SUV segment for sure, and they definitely feel that this car is superior both to the Hyundai Creta, which is the current Badshah of this segment, as well as the Kia Seltos, which also sells in very good numbers. So what is good about this car? What is bad about this car? Well, in today's video, I'll do some good bits and a few bad bits. Now, if you want to buy this car, one of the top reasons to buy this car is simply because of the excellent driving dynamics. Yes, if you are someone who calls himself a keen driver, you buy a car just for the driving bits. You want a car which offers you great communication from the steering wheel. It feels as communicative as a 4-year-old kid. Then definitely this is the car to go for. The steering wheel is very crisp. The engine, the 1.5 and the 1 litre turbocharged engines, both of them are fantastic. Very smooth engines, creamy engines, and the gearbox also, the manual, is just a treat to operate. It just is as silk as butter. And the gearbox also, the manual gearbox also feels as nice to use as running your knife through butter does. It really is a very good unit. In fact, sometimes you'll just be shifting gears for the heck of it. It's a 6-speed unit, manual, and of course automatics. You get a DSG on the 1.5, and the 1 litre comes with a 6-speed torque converter. All of them, we've driven all of them separately, and all of them are phenomenal to use. So that's one big reason that it's a fantastic car for keen drivers. In fact, the best car in this segment for anyone who calls themselves a keen driver. And if you want your car just for the driving bits, the driving pleasure, then this is the one to go for over all its other rivals. Now, the second big positive on this car, or the second big reason why I should consider buying it, is simply because of the comfortable ride. Yes, it goes without saying that when you have a car which is so good in the driving bits and the driving dynamics, the ride comfort should not be compromised, and Skoda hasn't done that. It feels very comfortable on the highway. It feels very stable, rock solid, very reassuring. And what you'll also like is the fact that when you push into corners, there's very minimal body roll, hardly any body roll compared to its other two rivals. So that's all something which you like, and the ride comfort just in general is very good. So reason number 2 to buy this car is if you want a car which offers you very good ride comfort. Now, reason number 3 why I should consider buying this car is because even the lower end version of the car, the base version of the car, come pretty well loaded. A lot of people on the internet are saying that it's an expensive car. It costs about 50 or 60,000 rupees more in the base trim compared to its other rivals. But in all honesty, even the base versions come completely loaded with all the nice kit. You get a speaker setup of subwoofers and the multiple speakers along with the stereo. Even on the base version, you get multiple airbags and you get roof rails. I mean, the works. The base version also doesn't feel like a base version. So it is good value for money, because the kind of money you're paying for, you're getting a lot of features as well, which you don't get in its other rivals. So that's the third reason I think it's a good value for money car. You pay a little more, but you also get all the additional kit that you don't get on its other rivals. Reason number 4 why you should consider buying this car is because if you prefer solid, no-nonsense engineering, then definitely this is the car to go for. Yes, some might say that the cabin doesn't have that same flamboyance that its rivals offer. But if you want a car which offers you simplistic, minimalistic, maybe subdued looks, something which doesn't flash in your face, then this is a great car for you. It won't shout out from the rooftops that look at me, and people might not really turn a lot on the road when you're driving this car, but it is a very well made car, and definitely feels solid when you shut the doors. So it is a very solidly put together car, no nonsense packaging, and a car which truly is very well engineered, and you've been given everything that you need in this car, and definitely that's another reason why you should consider buying the Skoda Kushaq. Now, these are some reasons which I liked about the car. The stereo system also is quite good. The sound setup is quite good inside this car. It's not branded, unlike some other rivals. It's only a Skoda sound. That's what the branding says. but even then it is quite good. So these are my reasons to consider buying this car. Now there are some reasons where this car also falls slightly behind its rivals. One of them, as I just mentioned, is the fact that the cabin just doesn't feel as flamboyant as some of its rivals and doesn't have that same flashiness, that same glamour factor that cars like the Creta display. And yes, some of the features are missing on this car. That's another reason as well. Like a lot of Indians nowadays like sunroofs, and a lot of Indians love panoramic sunroofs, and this car surprisingly doesn't get the panoramic sunroof that both its main rivals have to offer. So that's one big negative. If you are someone who wants a panoramic sunroof, then this car doesn't have that. You'll have to buy the other rivals. And also from the external dimensions, even though it is a rival to the likes of the Creta and the Seltos, somehow it just feels a little smaller than those cars from the outside. It might be the design, it might be the looks, it might be the form factor, but it just feels slightly smaller. And there are some bits which could have been improved. For example, when you roll down the power windows really do make a very strong noise, and there's a very loud motor which operates, and you can hear it when you push it down and up. So that's something which you will not want in a car which costs about 15-16 lakh rupees. That's something also Skoda should improve, because really otherwise it's very well engineered, very solidly put together. Well, so these were my top 5 reasons or my top 6 reasons to buy this car, a couple of reasons not to buy this car. What do you think of my reasons? What do you think of the Skoda Kushaq? Do let me know in the comment section below. And what other kind of videos we should do with this car, you can let me know as well. Of course, I have enjoyed driving this car today, and I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Do let me know what other kind of stuff you want to see on this channel. And if you've come here for the first time, don't leave without subscribing. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.